Lincoln Mitchell. Lincoln Mitchell here. Good afternoon. Friday, done trading. Let's get into business here. I'm going to break down the disclaimers on the board. Please read the disclaimer. Pause the video, read the disclaimer. Let's get down to business. The infamous sandwich technique. I love the sandwich technique. It's one of the techniques I really use. I use it often. Some people might call it a buy the dip. When people say buy the dip or sell the dip, a lot of times what their meaning or is the sandwich technique, because it's always a dip within that sandwich technique. All right. The stick sandwich pattern can occur in both bull and bear markets. The stick sandwich pattern consists of 3 candles, where one candle has an opposite color candlestick on both sides. The closing price, and I want y'all to remember that, prices actually, remember that word price, of the 2 candlesticks that surround the opposite color candlesticks must be the same. I am so glad I read that one first. I just read that one. I was going to use Investopedia. That's perfect. They got the same thing too. So what is the sandwich technique? The sandwich technique is basically when you have 2 candles that fall in line with both of them, like this. 1, 2, 3, 3 candles. I'm sorry, 3 candles. 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm going to show y'all, I'm going to give you a whole bunch of examples. So sit down. I'm going to try my best to make this video short because I hate long videos. And I want to show you patterns why some of them failed like this. Like this. Like, let's use this right here. When you got a sandwich technique, you see this candle here? I wouldn't have taken that one. Reason being, remember what he said, the prices have to be the same. Be very wary of taking this. Now, I want to show you one that's a good one. Let's use this candlestick pattern. Never take one if the price is, even though it worked a little bit, never take one. But let's use this time. This is 9 o'clock on Euro Yen. I want to show y'all something very important on this one. Now, you see how this actually gapped down and opened? That's actually a Haramni, believe it or not. Don't take a trade like that. I'm going to show you some great examples of them. But this same pattern, 8.55 to 9. Now, let's go to Oanda. And I guarantee you, you will not see, dang, Oanda keep crashing on me, man. Now, Oanda keeps crashing on me, y'all. I don't know why. What's wrong with it lately? It's been really crashing a lot on me. I got to load it back up real quick. Bear with me 1 second here, y'all. I want to see that gap. Nice gap. Matter of fact, while we in this, let's have some fun, y'all. Let's have some fun. That gap. Damn, it feels, shoot. I'm about to play. We were about to do a live trade on that gap, but we ain't now. We got Oanda back up here. Now, what we said was 5. 8.55, right? Now, you're not going to see right here. See there? See how Oanda shows it even? But Thinkorswim shows it gapping down. That is very, very important, people. That is very, very important. Believe it or not, even though Oanda shows that, it's still good if you know how to read price. Please keep that in mind, people. You're reading price. Understand that. Just like that gap. Remember, we just had a gap. You don't see a gap on Oanda. See that? You don't see a gap. And the reason why we got to bring this up, because this is important to when you are doing, see there? This showed a gap. Oanda didn't. This is important when you're doing the sandwich technique, people. This is very, very important. Let's put all this back. We won't be using them. We won't be using none of these, actually. We're done. We're done right there. Let's put this back. We're done here, too. Okay, right here we got some examples, and I'm gonna build you some candlesticks to really show you how to do the pattern right. Please, people, man, keep in mind everything I'm saying. Price is still king. Let's get down to business. This is the first candle right here. Remember, there's 3 candles that's going to come in here. The other ones always have to be at opposite. You want that other one to stay right there at the top of that line. You know, you want it to get right here. Just like that. You want it to, because that's going to be your price. Now, the next one, you want it to open up just like this. Now, this right here, people, is a perfect combination of a sandwich technique. Perfect. And I'm going to show you why, for many reasons. 1, solid coming up. 2, this is, you know what, this one is even better. That's even better. You got a lot of pressure coming up here. They rejected it here. They fought back, came back up, closed, open, and now the most beautiful thing on this one is this. This wick is higher, meaning your uptrend is still going. And what's even better about this one, it closed above those 2 prices. That one's going straight up. That's a perfect example of a sandwich technique, people. Perfect, perfect. Now, here are some very bad examples of a sandwich technique. And I'm going to use 2 candles mostly. This and this. That is horrible. Do not, that is not a sandwich technique, people. That is not a sandwich technique. That's a harami. The chance of this one coming back, you might get something like this. Don't do that. Do not play that. Listen to me. Try to get this candle as close as you can to the top of there. Do not play this. Do not play this. I'm going to show you, what about this? Dark cloud. Don't you play that. That is not a sandwich technique, people. That is not a sandwich technique. Do not do that. Do not do that. That is not a sandwich technique. It has to be under with that same price. Keep that in mind. Same way here. You got a gap down. That is not a sandwich technique. Do not play those. I'm telling you right now. Do not play those. I'm going to show you another one. I'm showing you things that you need to be very wary of when you're doing the sandwich technique. This one. Well, Lincoln, what's wrong with that one? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shoot, man. That thing right there look good to me. They sure do. With all that wick pressure coming down, you'll get messed up. And this candle right here might come next. Remember, you have to remember where these prices at, people. This price and that price is starting to average out down. You have to pay attention to that. Don't you jump in that trade thinking it's going to fly up. That's lovely. That's a lovely one. I want to show you another one. That's a really bad one, not to trade. You want to be careful when you take these things right there. Oh, let me get back to that one. I just did. Why is this lovely? And I just told you not to take this. Because if you wait and you see the 3rd candle do this, that 3rd one do, that's lovely. The reason why I said that's lovely, because what it did, it broke above one of your resistance. Now that thing's going up. But now this is when you definitely have to wait for the 3rd one. Now, when people buy the dip, let me get that too. People buy the dip. Now, this is vice versa too. You can sell the dip, buy the dip. I'm just using green because most of y'all, for some reason, just think the damn market has to go up to make money. All right. You got this. I want to use these two. You got this market comes up right here. Got this strong uptrend right here. Man, I mean, this trend is just kicking it, man. This trend is just kicking it. Strong uptrend. Now, what they're waiting for is the dip. This is a, oh, hold on. Let me get this. This is a dip. This is a sandwich dip right there. Bam. That's what they're talking about when they refer to buying the dip. That's exactly what they're saying right there. Now, that's your target right here. This right here is your money. That's your profit. You're looking, you want to buy here. You want to enter roughly about here. And you want to put your stop loss somewhere in this area right here. You want to enter anywhere around here. Hopefully this will get you 4 or 5 pips. And you hope, and what you're looking for is this. That's what you're looking for. That's a perfect buying the dip setup. Now, I'm about to scare you on one now. I'm about to scare you with one. What happens if this happens? That's still a good candle, and it still should go up. Don't stay in a trade like this long at all, people. Do not stay in a trade like this one right here long at all. Do you understand me? You get out of a trade like this fast. Once you get your money, if this candle comes up and it does this here, get your money and go, because too much down pressure coming. You might get hit with something like this coming next. So that's a perfect buying the dip. That's a buying the dip, and when you sell it, it's just basically the same thing. It's basically the same thing. The things I want y'all to be very, very wary of. And I'm gonna catch hell getting these lines right here off. Let me see, can I get those lines off? Okay, there we go. The thing I want y'all to be wary of, when candlesticks, when the sandwich technique fails, it fails because of the price. So watch this. This is very important. I'm going to show you a very, very, very dangerous setup. On the sandwich technique. This one. That's dangerous. That is a very, very dangerous setup. And somebody's going to say, why? Lincoln, it looks good. It does. But what did I tell y'all earlier? Where's that price? It never broke a major resistance. You got to be careful. You want this thing to be up like that just a little bit or something. You can still take this. I wouldn't, because of that wick pressure. Now, if it did this, hold on, let me see if I can get one. I would take this one. I would, because I still got that up pressure. Remember, people, you got to remember, wicks also play a role in price. You have to remember that, people. Remember that. That's so important. That's so, so, so important. I want to show y'all another one. I want to show y'all one. This is dangerous. Hold on. No. There. That's a dangerous setup, people. That's a dangerous setup. Why? Because now you got a double sandwich. This one, sandwich this one. This one looks like it's about to sandwich this one. And this right here may be your next candle. So now you got this one, and these two look like they're sandwiching this one, but this didn't have the strength. And even worse, if this one was in a spot. This is even worse. Now you know you're in trouble. Now you know you're in trouble. That's how you want to make sure you pay very close attention to this price and how the pressure is. Most people want to buy this right here. Most people would have bought this right there. They would have bought that. And they would have did okay. You know why? Because this candle right here came up. And then wherever this one closes at, you want to make sure you pay attention to it. What if it closed? What if this one closed like this, Lincoln? What if you have something like this? That's putting pressure up here, putting pressure on here, but you still got to watch out. That looks like a down candlestick coming. That look like it's going back down. That look like a reversal. That look like a reversal. Now, earlier, I don't know if I did it. If I made a mistake and not put these candles right here, that's cool. You know, because I was focusing mainly on making sure y'all pay attention to the price up here. So if I made that mistake early in the video, I didn't mean to. Because I know everybody knows this closed right here, open here and closed there. I want y'all to understand that you got to see where those prices are. Matter of fact, let's use this as an example. What if it gapped up? Like, what if it did this? What if this did this one? This one did this. Woo-wee. That look good, don't it, y'all? It look real good. You know what? Let me make it worse for you. Let me see if somebody can catch it. Let me make it worse for you. Ooh wee. That look good, don't it? And you know what the next candle gonna be? You're screwed. Now somebody will say, well, Lincoln, how the hell you figure that? That looks good to go up. It gapped up. Then what happened? It reclosed right underneath that line. You in trouble. You in trouble. Most likely you'll get a candle like this, though. You are in trouble. You are in trouble, people. Make sure you pay attention when that thing is setting up. Let's wrap this up. I don't like long videos. I told you. I will go a little bit more in depth with it. Now, that's not good. That's a dark cloud. That's pierced down. That's gap down. That's not good, people. That's a Haramni. That's not good. Now somebody could say, what's wrong with that? It way overwritten your 50% Fibonacci. It killed it. Be careful on that one. Be very careful on something like that. Be very careful. Be very, very careful on that one. Because when it come down like this, your next candle may be something just like this. Be careful. Because that means that price now you have two prices came into play. Be careful with that. Now, what if this comes like this, Lincoln, and this does this? Ooh, that's a good setup, people. Because now you see how it's starting to go down? Most likely your next candle would be here. And if that, now that's a sandwich right there. See, you started with a sandwich. This one failed. Oh, very, 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 very important thing. If you ever go into a sandwich technique, and let me show y'all something let me see if I can find one. This one to do. Oh, very, very important. If you ever go into a sandwich technique and that sandwich fails, it fails like this, you can still wait this one out because the next candle might engulf that to do this. And now you're still in good shape. But if this thing ever fails and it breaks the bottom of this line like this, you get out of that trade fast. You hear me? You get out of that trade so fast, you better get out of that trade super, super fast. I'm not playing. You better get out of that trade because I can assure you that next candle is going down. That fourth one, 1, 2, 3, 4, that one's going down. Even if it does this, that candle's going down. But Lincoln, I wish I could make a candle. What if this happens? What if this happens? Look at it again. That's the sandwich technique to say, we still going down. You better get out of that trade. Because what happened? Even though it closed above the support, look at that wick. I would wait on that thing all day long. Now, here go a good one for you. This is perfect. Y'all, let's imagine these two open and close at the same time. Well, you know what? Matter of fact, nah. We'll just play it like it is. What if this happened? Man, put your money on this trade. That's a good one. That one's going up. That one's going up. That one's going up, people. You hear me? That's going up. This is another idea. I want to stay on the sandwich. I want to stay on the sandwich. What if this sandwich opens up like this, Lincoln? Goes down. But what you want it to do is you want it to hit. If a sandwich technique ever goes up. Now we're focusing on these two. Let me slide this over a little bit. I want to focus on these two right here. What if a sandwich technique ever break a resistance, people? And now this was resistance. It broke through resistance. It came down on buying a dip right here. And it closed like that. Boy, you better put your money on that trade every single time. Every single time. You ever see a candlestick break a major resistance or support and that thing closed right above it, boy, you better put your money because I can put money on it. That next candle going to be just like that. I can put money on that, boss. I'm telling you. So I hope this video kind of wrapped up and summed up a lot of things for y'all. If y'all have any questions, please leave a comment. I know I ain't go real deep into depth with it, but I want y'all to get the picture really how it really works. Do you understand me? I want y'all to really know how a sandwich technique works and what to look for and what not to look for. and know when to get out of them, know when to stay in them. Okay? Lincoln Mitchell.